So I don't know if we can see that. Seems to bounce between 75 and 78 decibels. It's an app, free app online, so take it for what it's worth. Might not be that accurate. So this is a 2015 F150 Muffler off my friend's 5-liter truck. Why, you might ask? Because it was free. I like free. And it is a nice straight through muffler. I felt it sounded good on his truck. So, as you can see on my 05 GMC Sierra, she's a little rusty. Just kind of beat up in general, and sometimes when it's cold I do hear the internals rattle inside it, so this should be a good little upgrade. The inlet outlet's pretty reasonably close to where they need to be. I'll make it work. I'm not too concerned about it, and we'll get you a sound clip once it's welded on. See if there's any difference or if it's about the same. Okay, so I've got the stock muffler cut loose. As you can see, it is not a straight through design like the Ford muffler. It is physically bigger and heavier, although you can see it right there. Ford mufflers maybe, you know, 1.5 inches longer, maybe at most. Ford mufflers got a little lower profile. And I'd say width-wise, it might be a little bit bigger. It's nothing we can't handle. So, and I think for a bonus for science, I'm gonna start the truck and listen to it without any muffler or tailpipe on it. I don't think it's gonna be really that loud. Just for reference, this is an 05 GMC Sierra extended cab. 4-wheel drive. It's got the L33 all aluminum 5.3 in it. They put a barely bigger cam than the regular LM7, but they were a flat top piston and had 799 heads with the bigger intake valve. But you heard it with the stock muffler and tailpipe. It is pretty quiet, so I'm curious to see how much louder it is with no muffler or tailpipe at all. All right, I've got you guys all set up. Let me start it up, see how that sounds. So that ended up not being quite as loud as I thought it would be. Other than the idle sounding like an old log truck. Doesn't sound bad when it revs up, but at the end of the day, I kind of want to keep this thing quiet and mellow. Alright, on to installing the muffler. Alright, we're back. Got the whole muffler changed out, tailpipe welded back on. Plot twist, I added a tip. I don't know that it'll really change the sound much, but I know might be somebody out there that says, oh, it's not A to B test, you know, you put a tip on it. You can clearly see it's got tailpipe with this little cover basically slid over it. I think it's off a Denali or Escalade. I was in a U-Pull-It yard one day pulling parts, and I went, huh, I kind of like that. And I cut it off, and when I went through with my parts, they're no charge. So it'll church it up a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and quit talking and go ahead and start this and let it warm up and then give it a few revs. That's hilarious. It actually made it quieter. Go figure. I just noticed I've got a little cut in the muffler case where I cut the factory Ford hanger off, so I'm gonna have to fix that to truly get the full sound of it. But I think that's really funny that, let me look at that one more time. Having trouble believing my eyes. So between 68 and 71, whereas before we saw what, 75 to 78? Oh well, go figure. You win some, you lose some. So I've fixed a few things that needed to be welded up, and it's actually quieter. I just checked that it was hovering between 66 and 68. Not what I expected at all. That's a plot twist, as it said earlier. I thought for sure it was going to be just a hair louder, change the tone a little bit, being a straight through design versus what I took off. And the case is a little smaller, a little bit longer overall, but not as tall. I don't know. So color me surprised on that one. At any rate, now you know. So this right here is going to be one issue that I'm going to have to address. You can see that hanger doesn't quite reach because the muffler's smaller this way, not as tall as the GM muffler I took off. So it looks like an easy fix. It does line up. I'll most likely cut that and either add in a piece or find a piece of tubing that I have. They'll slide over each end and extend it up so that it can lock in there. But it moves around a little bit too much for my liking, so it is going to need that hanger, in my opinion, to keep it from flapping in the breeze. This hanger's kind of had it, as you can see, so I'll replace that as well. That should help. But alright, well, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed, and till next time.